Elise stood in front of her mirror, brushing her long red hair. It tumbled in waves over her shoulders, catching the soft winter light streaming through the window. It was the hair that her ex-boyfriend Daniel had adored. But now, as she looked at her reflection, she felt a pang of sadness. The breakup had been amicable but painful, and with New Year's Eve approaching, the thought of spending it alone felt daunting. Her apartment, once shared with Daniel, felt emptier than usual. The small reminders of their time together lingered. A mug he'd left behind, a playlist they'd created together. Elise's chest tightened, but she shook off the feeling. This is the end of one chapter, she muttered to herself. Time to start another. She sighed and picked up her phone, scrolling aimlessly until she stopped on the icon for the dating app she'd downloaded weeks ago. With a decisive flick of her finger, she deleted it. This wasn't how she wanted to start her new year. Elise resolved to focus on herself instead of trying to fill the void with distractions. She deserved a clean slate. As she mulled over how to spend the evening, her phone buzzed with a message from her friend, Sophie. "Hey babe, big party tomorrow night. You in?" Elise hesitated for a moment before typing back, "Sure, I'm in. Let's start the year off right." Sophie's reply came almost instantly. "Yay, it'll be amazing. Dress up and bring your best self." Elise smiled. She hadn't been to a party without Daniel in years. They had always gone out with his friends, never hers. This felt like a small but significant step toward reclaiming her independence. The next morning, Elise was out running errands when she caught sight of her reflection in a shop window. Her red hair framed her face, beautiful but weighed down by memories. She stopped in her tracks, an idea forming in her mind. Maybe it was time to let go of more than just Daniel. Maybe it was time to let go of her hair, too. Before she could second-guess herself, Elise walked into the nearest hair salon. The receptionist greeted her with a cheerful smile. "Do you have an appointment?" "No," Elise said, "but I'd like to make a big change today. Is anyone available?" After a short wait, a stylist named Clara led her to a chair. "What are we thinking?" Clara asked, running her fingers through Elise's long locks. "I want to cut it short," Elise said. "Really short." Clara's eyes lit up. "How short are we talking? A bob? Pixie cut?" Elise hesitated, then a bold thought struck her. "All of it. Shave it off." Clara blinked. "Are you sure? That's a big step." Elise nodded, her resolve hardening. "Yes, I want a fresh start." The clippers buzzed to life, and Elise felt a mixture of nerves and exhilaration as the first strands of red hair fell to the floor. By the time Clara finished, Elise ran her hand over her newly shaven scalp, marveling at the smoothness. "Wow," she whispered, staring at her reflection. For the first time in a long time, she felt light, free, and powerful. The following evening, Elise got ready for the party with Sophie's enthusiastic encouragement via text. She slipped into a sleek black dress, paired it with bold earrings, and applied a touch of makeup. Her shaven head was now her crowning glory, and she couldn't help but smile at how striking she looked. She felt nervous but excited. The new look symbolized more than a physical change. It was a declaration of independence. When Sophie saw her, she let out a delighted gasp. "Oh my God, Elise, you look incredible. Absolutely insane in the best way." Elise laughed. "You really think so?" "Are you kidding? You're a total knockout. Let's go show the world." The party was held in a loft-style apartment, packed with people, music, and the buzz of excitement as everyone counted down to the new year. Elise felt a bit nervous at first, but Sophie's energy was infectious. As they mingled, Elise caught the eye of a tall man with dark blonde hair and an easy smile. "Hi," he said, walking over. "I'm Ryan. Can I just say, you have the coolest look here tonight?" Elise felt a blush creep up her cheeks. "Thank you. I'm Elise. And well, I only shaved it yesterday." Ryan's eyebrows lifted in surprise. "Really? That's bold. It suits you perfectly." They spent the rest of the night talking, laughing, and sharing stories. When midnight struck, Ryan leaned in and whispered, "Happy New Year, Elise." Over Over the weeks that followed, Elise and Ryan went on several dates. He loved her sense of humor, and she admired his kindness and sincerity. He often commented on how much he admired her confidence, especially with her new look. One evening, as they walked hand in hand through a snowy park, Elise smiled to herself. The new year had brought her more than she could have hoped for. A fresh start, a newfound confidence, and the beginning of something special. Sometimes she thought back to her long red hair and the girl she used to be. But now, as she ran a hand over her buzzed scalp, she felt nothing but gratitude for the journey that had brought her here. Elise's journey didn't stop at her new hairstyle or her growing relationship with Ryan. Inspired by her bold decision, she began to tackle other areas of her life. She picked up painting again, a hobby she had abandoned during her relationship with Daniel. Her apartment soon filled with canvases splashed with vibrant colors, each one a reflection of her evolving emotions. She also started volunteering at a local women's shelter. Meeting other women who were rebuilding their lives was profoundly inspiring. Elise found that sharing her own story, about letting go of the past and embracing change, helped others find strength in their own journeys. Ryan became a steady presence in her life, but what Elise appreciated most was how he supported her independence. They spent time together without losing sight of their individual goals. Elise encouraged Ryan to pursue his dream of opening a small woodworking business, and he often brought her handmade gifts, from intricately carved jewelry boxes to frames for her paintings. One evening, as they sat together in her apartment, Ryan handed her a small wrapped package. "Open it," he said, his eyes sparkling. Inside was a beautifully crafted wooden comb. Elise laughed, running her fingers over the smooth surface. "Ryan, I don't exactly have a lot of hair to comb right now." He grinned. "It's for whenever you decide to grow it back. Or not. Either way, I thought you'd like it." Elise leaned in to kiss him. "Thank you. It's perfect." By the time spring arrived, Elise's hair had started to grow back slightly, forming a soft auburn fuzz. She decided to keep it short for now, enjoying the low-maintenance style and the bold statement it made. Her confidence continued to flourish, and she felt a deep sense of contentment that she hadn't experienced in years. At Sophie's urging, Elise agreed to host a small gallery showing of her paintings. The event was held in a cozy art studio, and Ryan was there, beaming with pride as guests admired Elise's work. Several pieces sold that night, and Elise was overwhelmed with gratitude for the support she'd received. As the evening wound down, Sophie pulled Elise aside. "Look at you," she said, gesturing to the room filled with friends, art, and laughter. "You've come so far. I'm so proud of you." Elise hugged her tightly. "I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for pushing me to live my life again." Looking back on the past few months, Elise realized that her decision to shave her head had been more than just a change in appearance. It had been a catalyst for a transformation that touched every aspect of her life. She had let go of the weight of her past, embraced her true self, and created a future filled with possibility. And as she stood in her apartment, now filled with light, color, and love, Elise knew she was exactly where she was meant to be.